मेरे पास आओ मेरे दोस्तों एक किस्सा सुनो. बहुत ही अच्छा आज का अवसर है. Wonderful time that we have International Women's Day. Today I'm not going to talk about me because I have seen all the speakers have been talking about themselves. Let me talk about women, which is very, very important. And there should be some takeaways for the women who are present in today's gathering. Everything is fair in love and war, but there is respect in love and war. There's always great lot of respect in war. If you see the time from Kurukshetra time to any time, respect for women, respect for time has always been there. So this is 1939, the Second World War. A family settled beautifully well in Rangoon, now Yangon, in Burma and now Myanmar. So the family was settled, a priest family, doing life very well. But there was a time when the emergency, just like you had this COVID-19, people from other countries were asked to come back to their own countries. So during the World War II, the families were asked to go back to their own countries. And that was the time when the families of India were called back from Burma. So what happened? A great respect for women is what I would like to tell over here, is all the men were asked to walk. You have to walk back to your country. But the women will go in a ship. All the women were put back into the ship and they all traveled from Myanmar to India. They got settled. So there was one small family with 5-6 children and they were all living beautifully well. Girl child education. As they were part of, they all landed up in the God's own country, from the other country to the God's own country, where education is given very important and the girls in the family were given education the more importance. So they started with their education. And look what happens when the girl child gets educated, she grows, and the family's responsibility is to see that the girl who grows gets settled well. Those days, there was a tendency that people from the other states should get married to a boy in Mumbai, right? And now, Mumbai to Dubai or Mumbai to America. The things have changed, or Mumbai to Australia. So those days, the women and the male and the female used to meet only during the marriage time. So this girl got settled in Mumbai. She had all the aspirations as any woman has. So she had that aspirations and she came to Mumbai and got settled. And she felt that the life will be beautiful. The most happening city called Mumbai. Those days, Bombay. Settled, not knowing what will happen to her life. As everyone knows, of course today you have a different way of settling life. But those days, with whomsoever you are, you have to live that life. With whatever he or she has got, you should be settled with that life. So that was the main thing. पवित्रता, नारी, शक्ति, बहुत सारे चीज, कोई भी कठिनाई को वो आगे करके चले जाती थी. So this woman also had difficulties, problems. What happens, today we talk about this COVID-19, नौकरी चलेगी तो क्या होगा? So this family also had a lot of issues. The family got settled, 3 children, not knowing what to do. They were all in shatters. Children, child 1, daughter, child 2, daughter. And they also had a son in the family. But mother felt again, coming from the God's own country, education is given importance. She felt that the children should be given education, any school for that matter, any language for that matter. And all the 3 children were given education into a municipal school in Mumbai. And they were all studying Hindi. So they came from a Kerala country, Kerala state, and they all got educated into Hindi medium. So there was no problem because mother wants to see that the child gets education at the right time, which is important. So there came a lot of difficulties and challenges. और माँ जो होती है ना, सब समझती है. भले वो भूखे पेट बैठ जाती है, लेकिन अपने बच्चों को कभी भी खाना खिलाने के लिए भूलती नहीं है. तो ये औरत ही ऐसी है, ये महिला ही ऐसी है, नारी ऐसी है, बहुत शक्तिशाली है, जिसको हम लोग सब आदि शक्ति बोलते हैं. आदि शक्ति नहीं, आदि शक्ति. She is the most powerful. And this lady stood by. और इनके जो घर होते थे तभी, ऐसा घर हुआ करता था कि इनके चारों दीवारें न्यूज़पेपर्स के थे. और इनका जो छत था, आसमान, नेहरू साइंस सेंटर आप देखो, तारे तो दिखते हैं ऐसे पूरे, खुले हैं आसमान. और करवट नहीं ले सकते हैं, जैसे आप सोए वैसे आप सवेरे उठो. तो इस तरह से जिंदगी को उन्होंने गुजारा. और जब तालीम देते हुए, she said one thing to the children. She said particularly, PhD in life is very important. Without PhD, you are a failure. PhD in life is very important. What she meant by PhD was passion, hunger, and discipline. If you have passion with you, if you have hunger to reach to your passion, and if you have discipline in your life, you are where you want to be. So she gave the first PhD to the family children, and they all rose to the highest pedestal in their lives. So that is what a mother can do. So mother did wonderful things for the 3 children, and they grew up well. And at a time when you say that, when the Shishya is ready, the Guru appears. So for every child, there was a Guru who came up and then took one by one, and the education and higher educations were taken up. At a time, when you have other children in the family, particularly the elders, they also have the responsibility. So this family also had 2 daughters. So the mother was taking care with all the ifs and buts in the family. Lekin uff nahi kiya unhone. She has not opened her mouth. She stood by the family and said that yes, I will be there till my last breath. I will see to it that I will rear and take my family forward to the highest level. Difficulties and challenges तो होते रहते हैं, हम इसको आगे देखेंगे. इन्होंने बच्चों को पहले से ही लाइफ लेसन सिखा दी जो यूनिवर्सिटी भी नहीं सिखाती थी. तो ये चीज लेकर के ये माँ एक बहुत बड़ी चीज है, तो इन्होंने सिखाई. उसको देखते देखते घर की बेटियां भी सीख ली, उन्होंने भी त्यागना शुरू कर दिया. आखिर वो भी नारी है, तो दोनों बहनों ने भी एक एक करके अपना एजुकेशन छोड़कर दे फेल्ट दैट वी वुड लाइक टू बी पार्ट ऑफ द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द फैमिली. पर्टिकुलरली दे फेल्ट दैट देयर वाज अ सन इन द फैमिली. चलो उसको तो बड़ा करके, हर किसी के फैमिली में यही होता है कि कोई सन को बड़ा कर दे ताकि वो शायद सबको देख सके, क्योंकि सूरज एक ऐसा चीज है, वो सन भी एक ऐसा चीज है, और एक चीज ऐसा है कि कहीं ना कहीं हमें कहीं ना कहीं प्रकाश नजर आएगा. तो उस प्रकाश के को ढूंढते ढूंढते ये परिवार आगे बढ़ते गए. और दोनों बहनों ने भी बहुत खूब निभाया, काम करते थे, फैक्ट्रीज जाना. ये लड़का भी छोड़ा नहीं, उनको लगा चलो यार 5-5 रुपये अगर प्रतिदिन मिले तो वो भी काम कर लेते हैं. चाहे वो 5th स्टैंडर्ड से 6th स्टैंडर्ड से फैक्ट्रीज, ऑल द पीपल इन द फैमिली वर इनटू द मेकिंग ऑफ देयर लाइफ. कुछ ऐसे भी समय आए थे कि 7-7 दिन बिना खाना खाए सो जाते थे. इस पैंडेमिक में हमें अन्न की जो महिमा है और महत्व है ये हमें पता चला होगा. So those days there were difficulties in the family. 7 days to tie a wet cloth into your tummy and sleep is not that easy. But this lady had the power, and those 2 daughters, and as I speak in the International Women's Day, it feels very, it's an honor that these 3 women have done. And then later on, as the Guru appeared, so this boy who went into a social aspiration, उन्होंने देखा कि मेरी जिंदगी में कुछ हुआ है तो मुझे भी कुछ करना है, मुझे भी उन परिवारों तक, उन गरीबों तक पहुंचना है. So he entered into the social spectrum, and there he got intercepted with the Guru's wife, who happened to be the Yashoda. देवकी ने तो जन्म दे दिया और कुछ साल पाल लिए, फिर यशोदा आ गई. उन्होंने कहा कि आगे का जो परवरिश है मैं करूँगी. तो ये जो पूरे महाभारत में यहाँ पर we have seen Devaki giving birth and taking and rearing the child to one level, and Yashoda giving the best of care. कैसे बोला जाता है? How do you speak before the audience? A child who has come from a Hindi medium school, and how do you deliver before the audience? That courage. But then she realized that the PhD was already given to the children, and they can all do better. Wherever you put them, they will all rise and shine. So this was given to the children. And Yashoda, इन्होंने भी उनको सिखाया. Exposure देना. Exposure is very important. Today, as we are sitting in one of the state-of-the-art auditorium, it's an exposure. Many children in the slums do not know how does a classroom look like. Many children in the tribal area do not know whether there is a school exists at all. So exposure is Yashoda माँ ने इनको दिया. खाना समय समय पर देना. This boy had taken up to leprosy work. तो गुरु जब सोच रहे थे कि इनको कुष्ठ रोगियों के लिए काम करना है, and he also had a time to work with Mother Teresa. और who's of who the world के बाद he could travel across the countries and all the 29 states जाकर के travel करना, लोगों से बात करना, confidence build हो गया उनका. फिर उन्होंने देखा कि लाइफ अच्छी चल रही है, लेकिन माता है, mother at home, she did not know कि what is happening, what is my, अगर कोई मैं जाती हूँ तो लोग पूछते हैं आपका बेटा क्या करता है. हर कोई बोलता है कोई इंजीनियर है, कोई डॉक्टर है. She was clueless to know that, understand ये कर क्या रहा है, इनको कुछ पता नहीं. आता है ये लड़का, कोई मदर टेरेसा का फोटो लेके आता है, बोलता है कि कहीं किसी एग्जीबिशंस में गया था, कहीं कॉलेज में टॉप में गया था, बट शी वाज, चाहे वो लेप्रेसी का प्रोग्राम हो, फिर बाद में हुआ कुछ एजुकेशन फॉर द चिल्ड्रन, एजुकेशन फॉर द गर्ल चाइल्ड, सो मेनी थिंग्स हैव कम अप एंड the family took the responsibility of educating every child in the country, and that's how the journey that started from 1939 from Burma, and it has given rise. अगर वो नहीं होते तो ये परिवार नहीं होता, अगर ये परिवार को आने के लिए उनका होना बहुत ज़रूरी था, उस बच्चे का होना ज़रूरी था, उस लड़की का होना ज़रूरी था, उस महिला का होना ज़रूरी था, और उस महिला का नाम है अन्नपूर्णा, और वो मेरी माँ है। सब जानती है, आज देख रही है, देवकी और यशोदा दोनों हमारे बीच नहीं है, मेरी यशोदा और मेरी देवकी, लेकिन today's international day is dedicated to the 5 women who touched my life. The 5 women is my mother, and the mother who reared me, and my 2 sisters, and the Yashoda is Shamala, so I need to name her name as Shamala, who is the wife of my guru Dr. Iyer, and my sisters Prabha and Chitra. And of course my better half Shri, or I call her Sindhu, so she is my better half. 5 women who touched my life. So this is the journey. बहुत ब्यूटीफुल रहा। फिर हमने सोचा कि बाल गुरुकुल का निर्माण किया जाए, लड़कियों तक पहुंचा जाए। How do we reach out to the girl child? We have started programs after programs, and before I could stand up to this TED talk, I just signed up a program for reaching out to 5,000 girls in East Delhi, which is supported by a corporate, and then that's going to go in a big way. Dignity for girls matters a lot. So we have started a program called the Dignity Project, and providing menstrual hygiene awareness for the girls. We started with 3,860 girls in 2014, and today we are going to reach out to 1 million girls in the country. A big journey. All this is possible, it's only because of their passion, hunger and discipline which the mother has given. माँ सब जानती है। Today the journey is beautiful. Success के काफ़ी formulas हैं, लेकिन success का एक formula है, success is equal to hard work plus teamwork plus God's grace. Hard work plus teamwork plus God's grace, which is very very important. You have to give your hard work, you have to have a teamwork. Teamwork is जो आपके साथ इर्द गिर्द है, and God's grace is very very important. Today the organization, my founder Dr. Iyer, the organization founder Dr. Iyer, he is 93 young, and he still continues to be learning every day. Okay, he has become an artist, and he has painted a lot of paintings which have been received accolades across the world. And today you can see his paintings put up across in juxtaposition with M.F. Hussein's painting in the United States of America. So it has grown to that level. So सीखने की कोई उम्र नहीं होती है. At 93, if we can do at any point of time. Leprosy has been removed. Education is what we are taking up. Dignity for girls is what we have started. And the new initiative that we have started during the lockdown period is to provide meals. And from the 22nd of March, when the lockdown was announced, till date, the working time has been 5 a.m., 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 1 a.m., including Saturday, Sunday, holiday, Diwali day, New Year day, Christmas day, any day for that matter. No sleep at all. Let there be no sleep. Let there be commitment to the community, which is very important. And where the journey could get intercepted with who's of the world, with your favorite called Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, जिनके साथ आप 6 बार मिल सकते हैं, जिनके साथ आप मीटिंग्स कर सकते हैं, बहुत ही उन्होंने प्रेरणा दी है हमारे लिए, and he has been my mentor. And in some of meetings where he could speak about, say that Narayan, you need to work for the youth in the country, and that's how we have started revolution. The revolution in the country that we have seen were the pre-independence revolutions of the independence era, and in the post-independence day that we have seen the green revolution by Dr. Swaminathan, who is my mentor, and I meet him several times. I have met him and I still communicate with him. He is 97 young. And then we have white revolution by Dr. Varghese Kurian. Today we are waiting for the third revolution to be taken up in this country, and the third revolution, I thought some maverickism should be there. There should be a maverick person who should come and start the third revolution in the country. And the third revolution that we have started is grey revolution. Knowledge is a grey matter. Let me channelize the knowledge back and take them to the countries or to the places where children need the most. So we started this leadership program, and in 3 years' time or 4 years' time, we have reached out to 200,000 students in schools of 7th, 8th and 9th standard, where students cannot speak about anything about themselves because for want of courage, they are not fearless, because that is not being in the part of the curriculum. So they have been made. If you ask a 7th standard student who has undergone the leadership program of IDF, he can speak to 500,000 people. So this is what is the training that we have given, and today over 2 lakhs of students have been undergone the training. We have started with youth leadership program for the undergrad students of first year, second year and third year, and of course the journey goes on. The mission is accomplished only when there is a community participation. Everyone should come together and see that we can do everything better. The power of a seed is very important. The power of a seed is to create 1,000 forests. But if the seed is just kept in a plastic container, it remains as it is. So sow the seeds. We are all those seeds who are sown, who are nurtured, who are taken care of very well. So let us all be part of giving shadow and the best to the countrymen, to our brethren. So that should be our commitment. Let us all join hands and see that we can do wonders. And let me wrap it up with the message. यूं ही जमीन पर बैठकर आसमान क्या देखता है, यूं ही जमीन पर बैठकर आसमान क्या देखता है, पंखों को खोल क्योंकि जमाना उड़ान देखता है। लहरों की तो फितरत है शोर मचाने की, लहरों की तो फितरत है शोर मचाने की, मंजिल उसी को मिलती है जो निगाहों से तूफान देखता है। जय हिंद।